Apologies for the stream going down. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Tanner Roach lined out the shortstop to end the inning as the Generals were retired without scoring another run. So we're on to the top of the 6th, where number 25, Ty Abraham, is on to pitch. He's facing Cam Haller right here with nobody on and nobody out. Haller's 1 for 3 in the ball game, has a single, a strikeout, and a ground out on his stat line thus far. It's the 0-1 pitch to Cam Haller. There's a fastball in there for strike number 2. 0-2 now the count. Time is called by Coach Oros. A little bit confused here what's going on. As Ty Abraham's ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes, and a quick meeting from Coach Oros. We'll see what this, wonder what this is about. He's going to stay in the ball game. I'll have to ask Coach Oros after the game what that was about. Odd timing to do such a thing. Nevertheless, the count remains no balls and 2 strikes here. As Ty Abraham is ready to deliver an 0-2 pitch. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down to first base by Zach Vuletic is in plenty of time, and a 3-pitch strikeout for Ty Abraham starts. Here's the first pitch from Abe. 1. 0-1 the count. A long look in from Ty Abraham. As Schellenbarger calls time. The 0-1 pitch. Changeup misses just off the plate for ball 1. Count evens up here, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball popped foul. That's going to get out of play for strike number 2. As the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes here. And the 1-2 pitch here to Schellenbarger's a fastball ripped into left field. It's actually going to be a shallow pop as Jonathan Tapia comes sprinting in, and that one's going to land in foul territory. To keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Derek Cervantes' final line as he went 3 innings, giving up 3 hits, striking out 6, and giving up 1 earned run. A nice outing out of the pen for Derek Cervantes, who was put into the game in a terrible situation with the bases loaded and nobody out in the top of the 3rd inning. He was able to minimize the damage and keep the Generals relatively in the ball game. Another 1-2 pitch from Ty Abraham's a fastball. Flared down the left field line. Reese Johnson has room. No, he doesn't. He deked me again. He did that last night, and he does it again tonight. As Reese Johnson has moved over to 3rd base, and Justin Barr now stands on 2nd base. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Bryant Schellenbarger. Has another 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to Justin Barr over there at second base. The third of the first baseman, Ryan Flores, is in time for out number 2 here in the 6th inning.
First baseman, number 35, Chase Kemp.
With 2 outs and nobody on, the Bombers send number 35, Chase Kemp, to the plate, who has been hit by a pitch twice and grounded into a double play back in the 1st inning. As he's begging to not be hit for a 3rd time here. The first pitch to Kemp. A fastball. This one misses up and away for ball 1. Want to know the count. Apologies again for the stream going down. Not sure what happened with that. Probably something to do with this terrible Wi-Fi we have out here at Riverside Stadium. As the 1-0 pitch from Ty Abrahams, another fastball. This one skips up there for ball number 2. 2-0 the count. Nevertheless, we hope we have it fixed and that there will be no more problems throughout the remainder of this ball game. Generals trailing this one by a score of 7-1. Top of the 6th inning, 2 outs and nobody on. As Chase Kemp stands ahead in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes. As the 2-0 pitch, it's a fastball ripped into right field, and that's going to be trouble. Chase Kemp rounds the back at first base, and he's going to be looking for 3. The throw from Cole Taylor in the outfield is cut off by Justin Barr, and Chase Kemp is safe at second base with a stand-up double.
Second baseman, number 6, Jordan Yates.
With 2 outs and now a runner on second base for the Bombers, they'll send number 6, Jordan Yates, to the plate, who has walked, reached on an error, and struck out in this ballgame. Has also scored 2 runs. The first pitch to Yates. A slider swung on a miss for strike 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Slider. This one stays up for ball 1. So count evens up here, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one swung on a miss for strike 2. As Ty Abraham gets ahead in the count here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ty Abraham comes set and delivers a 1-2 pitch. Slider swung on a miss. Another good block back there by Zach Vuletich, who makes another strong throw to first base as Jordan Yates strikes out for the 2nd time in the ball game, and the top of the 6th comes to a close. We head to the bottom half. Generals still trailing this one by a score of 7-1. Hunter Dobbins is going to give way to number 3, John Altman here. A terrific outing for Dobbins as he went 5 strong innings, giving up only 3 hits, walking 1, striking out 8, and giving up just the 1 earned run. John Altman will come in here with a 6-run lead and will face the Generals' 2-hole hitter, number 12, Jonathan Tapia, to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Generals got to get something going here as we're getting late into this ball game. As Tapia sets in and we're ready to roll here. So the first pitch from Altman is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. So Altman steps off and we'll reset here. Tapia is 0-for-2 in this ball game with a ground out and a backwards K. So the next pitch he sees from John Altman is a fastball that misses up for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Another step off by John Altman, as I'm not really sure what he's doing out there. So it looks like he's finally ready to deliver a 1-1 pitch. It's a slider, and it's a good one in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. The 1-2 pitch. Slider ripped foul. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Altman quickly comes set to deliver a 1-2 pitch here. Fastball hit him in the back as Jonathan Tapia will take his base here. And the Generals have a leadoff man on, nobody out. For the lone offensive hero thus far for the Generals, number 43, Derek Cervantes, who back in the 4th inning hit a solo shot to left field off of Hunter Dobbins, which accounts for the Generals' only run of the ball game. First pitch to Derek is a slider that stays up for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball almost hit him. Misses inside for ball 2. As Derek's way ahead in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes, which was the count when he took one deep to left field. We'll see if history repeats itself here. As the 2-0 pitch, another slider. This one misses way away for ball number 3. And Derek's ahead in the count here. 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch to Cervantes is a fastball taken in there for strike number 1. 3 balls and 1 strike to count here, as Derek's still way ahead in the count. Generals need base runners here, trailing by 6. 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses up and away for ball 4. And a hit by pitch and a 5-pitch walk from John Altman has the Generals in business here with big number 52 Ryan Flores stepping to the plate. With just one swing at the bat can cut this lead in half. Ryan's 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out swinging and flew out to center field. He'll hit here with Jonathan Tapia standing on second base and Derek Cervantes on first. With a good scoring situation here for the Generals. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch to Flores. A fastball blooped into left field. Should have plenty of room out there for the left fielder Tyler Colley, who makes the grab for the first out of the 6th inning. Not a productive out if you're a Generals fan there, as number 7 Peyton Robertson now steps to the plate, who has doubled and struck out in this ball game, has a 1 for 2 line thus far. The first pitch to Robertson's a fastball, almost hits him as Jonathan Tapia takes third. Jonathan Tapia with the good speed swipes third as Derek Cervantes decides to stay at first base on that one, as he probably didn't get a good jump there. Count moves to 1-0 on Peyton Robertson. The 1-0 pitch now. Fastball, this one misses down for ball 2 as Peyton's had in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, another fastball. This one misses way away for ball number 3 as Peyton Robertson's way ahead in the count here. 3 balls and no strikes. As this is going to be an automatic take sign here from Coach Oros, as the Generals still down by 6 runs. Need as many base runners as they can possibly get. And the 3-0 pitch is taken inside ball 4. John Altman with his second walk of the inning. And with just 1 out, number 13 Cole Taylor will step up to the plate, who has grounded out and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. That's going to draw a visit from the Bombers pitching coach. Looks like they may be making a change here. And it looks like John Altman's going to stay in this ball game, as he will face Cole Taylor with 1 out and the bases loaded for the Generals, and a big opportunity here to get back into this ball game. Big spot in this ball game. As Altman delivers an 0-0 pitch. Fastball blew it by him for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Another fastball, this one laced into the Generals dugout for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes now the count. Cole Taylor's got to choke up and protect here. Got to put the ball in play some way, somehow, as Altman quickly comes set and delivers an 0-2 pitch. A slider ripped into left center, and that's going to get down. Cervantes is going to score easily from second base. Peyton Robertson's standing up at third, and Cole Taylor with a 2-strike base hit gets the Generals 2 runs back, and now they only trail this one by a score of 7-3. Clutch hit there from Cole Taylor, as the slider was left hanging by John Altman, and he made him pay. Pinch hitting now for Reese Johnson is number 9, Justin Barr, as he'll look to keep this rally going for the Generals. As the first pitch to Barr is bunted at down the first baseline. Going to be a tough play for the pitcher, who can't make the flip with his glove. And a perfect bunt by Justin Barr scores another Generals run as Peyton Robertson trots in to score. And this is a new ball game, folks. 7-4 now your score. Perfect bunt there by Justin Barr is probably going to be the end of the line for John Altman, as the Bombers manager comes out, and they are going to make a change. John Altman with the rough outing has given up 3 earned runs here in the bottom of the 6th and is responsible for the runners on both first and second base. Excuse me, Justin Barr pinch hit there for Kyle Moose. Reese Johnson will be stepping up to the plate now with runners on first and second and only 1 out. Coming into pitch now for the Bombers is number 13, Christian Vega, who inherits runners on first and second base, only 1 out. He'll face Reese Johnson once action gets back underway here. Looks like we're ready to go here as number 6, Reese Johnson, steps into the plate. The first pitch from Vega is a fastball that misses down for ball one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Another fastball. This one swung on, fouled off his foot at the plate for strike number one as this count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch here from Christian Vega is bunted at. Pulled back for ball number 2. As Reese Johnson's ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. Generals just 1 swing of the bat away from tying this ball game up. At one point we're down in this game 7-0. Clawed their way back to only down 3 now. Looking to narrow that gap some more with a base hit here. As the 2-1 pitch to Reese Johnson's a fastball ripped down the left field line. That's going to get out of play for strike number 2. As Christian Vega evens the count back up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the 2-2 pitch from Christian Vega. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. Reese Johnson goes down swinging for the second out of the bottom of the 6th inning, and it'll be up to the catcher, number 16, Zach Vuletich, if the Generals are able to manufacture any more runs here. Zach is 0 for 2 in the ballgame with a strikeout and a flyout to right field. He'll need to come through with a big hit here. The first pitch from Christian Vega is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one misses just down for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one fouled off at the plate. As Christian Vega is ahead in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Vega looks ready to deliver a 1-2 pitch here. Slider taking in the dirt. A nice block back there by the catcher, Jacob Padilla. As the count evens up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch here. Another fastball. This one skips up there, and Zach Vuletich has worked the count full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As the runners will be on the move here. Big pitch coming from Christian Vega. As Tanner Roach stands on deck for the Generals. The payoff pitch. Fastball grounded to the second baseman. Jordan Yates, who makes a throw across the diamond for out number 3. Generals push across 3 runs in the bottom half of the 6th inning to narrow the gap to 7-4 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Back out to pitch the top of the 7th inning for the Victoria Generals is number 25, Ty Abraham. He will face number 27, Sam McElreath, who is 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch to McElreath is fouled back for strike number 1. 0-1 the count.
If you're in a foul situation, call for a walk.
As Abraham's ready to deliver an 0-1 pitch, a fastball grounded through the hole. As Peyton Robertson knocks it down at shortstop to keep it from going into the outfield. That's going to be a leadoff single for Sam McElreath to begin the top of the 7th inning. Now batting for the Bombers is the left fielder, number 9, Tyler Cawley. Tyler has yet to be retired in this ballgame. He's 2 for 2, walked back in the 2nd inning. Also has 2 singles on his stat line. As a ground ball would be huge here if you're a Generals fan. First pitch to Cawley is a slider. This one misses in for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball fouled down the right field line, and that's going to get out of play for strike number 1. As the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. A pick to first as McElreath dives back in safely. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. As Ty Abraham's ahead in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A pick back to first, not in time. Just missed getting the leaning McElreath there. A good move by Ty Abraham. Here's another 1-2 pitch. Slider grounded to shortstop Peyton Robertson. Flips to second for 1. The throw across is in time for out number 2. Nice turn there. A little 6-4-3 double play for the Generals here. As quickly now there are 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Now batting for the Bombers is the beer batter, number 25, Jacob Padilla, who is 0 for 2 tonight, has struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice, and was hit by a pitch back in his first at-bat. We'll see if Ty Abraham can throw up another 0 and get the Generals' bats going again, as his first pitch is a fastball that skips up there for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken down and away for ball 2 as Ty Abraham's falling behind here. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses down, ball 3. And with 2 outs and nobody on, Ty Abraham's falling behind Jacob Padilla here. 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball taken for strike number 1. As he gets back in the zone here, 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one misses down, and a 5-pitch walk from Ty Abraham gives the Bombers another base runner here in the top of the 7th. As number 4, the center fielder Tyler Smith steps to the plate, who is 0 for 2. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a fielder's choice. The first pitch to Tyler Smith is a slider, misses down for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball popped up. Playable for Peyton Robertson. Right inside the grass, and he squeezes it for out number 3. No runs there for the Bombers as we head to the 7th inning stretch. Generals trailing this one by a score of 7-4. Leading off the bottom of the 7th inning, number 44, Tanner Roach. He takes a slider downstairs for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. Conversation going on between Jacob Padilla and the home plate umpire. And we're ready to go here. One ball. They actually called that strike number 1. I can't believe it. Are you kidding me? That ball hit the ground. So Tanner Roach is behind in the count here. No balls and a strike as Coach Oros and Coach Jake give the umpire a piece of their mind here. As Christian Vega delivers an 0-1 pitch. Fastball down off the plate for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Should be 2-0, but guess that's why I'm not the umpire. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Slider misses up and in for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now the count. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses down and in, ball 3. As Tanner Roach is ahead in the count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Generals down by 3 here. The 3-1 pitch from Christian Vega as a fastball misses down and in, ball 4. And the Generals have a leadoff walk here to start the bottom of the 7th inning. As number 12, Jonathan Tapia, steps to the plate. Jonathan's 0 for 2 in this one. Was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Has also struck out looking and grounded out to shortstop. Here's the first pitch to Tapia. It's a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. And the 0-1 pitch as Tanner Roach takes off for second base. Padilla makes the throw down there, and Tanner Roach slides in safely. And I think they said Jonathan Tapia went on the swing there. Tough call for Tapia as he falls behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count here. Tanner Roach standing on second base after another stolen base. As Tapia will look to make something happen here with two away. With 2 strikes. So 0-2 pitch. Slider taken down for ball 1. So the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Changeup taken in the dirt as Tanner Roach is going to look to slide into third, and he's there safely. Aggressive read there by Tanner Roach, and it pays off as he's on third base with nobody out. And the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jonathan Tapia. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Tapia. Fastball fouled at the plate. So he stays alive, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes another 2-2 pitch. Fastball flown into shallow right center field, and it's going to be the second baseman, Jordan Yates, who makes the play. So he throws a strike in there to the catcher, Jacob Padilla, to retire the first man here in the bottom of the seventh inning. With one out, the designated hitter, number 43, Derek Cervantes, steps to the plate, who is 1 for 2 tonight. A solo home run back in the fourth inning. Struck out in the first and walked in the sixth. We'll see if he can add another RBI to his stat line tonight. As the 0-1 pitch, the 0-0 pitch was in there for strike number 1 as Derek falls behind here. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Slider taken downstairs for ball 1. As the count evens back up here, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Changeup, it looked like, fouled off his foot at the plate. As Derek falls behind here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Christian Vega looks ready to deliver a 1-2 pitch. Fastball, just got a piece of it to stay alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here comes another 1-2 pitch. Fastball ripped through the 5-6 hole for a base hit, and Derek Cervantes has another RBI. So he drives in Tanner Roach with an RBI single to move this score to 7-5. Bombers still lead. Now batting for the Generals is number 52, Ryan Flores, as he's just 1 swing away from tying this ball game up. And it looks like Christian Vega might be hurt out there on the mound. No, I think I might have been wrong, but they're taking the ball from him anyway and calling to the bullpen. We will give you some more information on the pitcher once it comes to us. Until then, Generals trailing in this one by a score of 7-5. Derek Cervantes standing on first base with Ryan Flores coming up to bat with a chance to tie this ball game up. Now pitching for the Brazos Valley Bombers, number 28, Joe Buckendorf. So we'll face Ryan Flores here with one away and one on. So the first pitch to Ryan Flores is a big hack, but he comes up empty for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one grounded to the second baseman. Going to be a tough turn. The flip to second. Back to first is not in time as Ryan Flores beats that one out. Derek Cervantes forced out at second base, and now there are 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. For number 7, Peyton Robertson. Peyton is also 1 for 2 in this ball game. He doubled, struck out, and walked in his 3 plate appearances. A pick to first. It's not in time as Ryan Flores dives back in safely. So the first pitch to Peyton Robertson's a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch to Robertson's another fastball. This one's fouled down the right field line, and that's going to get out of play for strike number 2. He's quickly behind here. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball. Froze him. Strike 3 on the outside corner as Peyton Robertson goes down looking to end the bottom half of the 7th inning. Not before the Generals push one across as we head to the top of the 8th, trailing this one by a score of 7-5. Leading off the top of the 8th inning for the Brazos Valley Bombers is number 20, Cole Coker. Cole's 2 for 4 tonight. Has singled, tripled, flown out, and struck out in his 4 plate appearances. He will face the new pitcher, Jack Engelman, on now for the Generals, as the first pitch from Engelman is swung on and missed for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball, misses just up for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for strike number 2. As Engelman gets ahead here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball poked foul to stay alive here. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball just misses off the outside corner for ball 2. As this count evens up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses away, ball 3. So the count runs full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball fouled straight back as the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball misses away, ball 4. Tough call there for an inconsistent umpire behind the plate. Nevertheless, another leadoff walk for the Generals pitching staff. As it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here, number 21, Hunter Dobbins, stepping up to the plate. Hunter was the starting pitcher in tonight's ball game, which I feel like was ages ago. So the first pitch he sees from Engelman is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Pick to first. As Cole Coker's back in safely. The 0-1 pitch, another fastball. This one's fouled straight back again as the count moves now to no balls and 2 strikes. Pick to first as Coker's back in safely. The 0-2 pitch. Changeup, it looked like, missed down as the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball ripped foul. As Dobbins stays alive here and the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. A pick to first and Coker's back in safely again. The 1-2 pitch as Coker takes off from first. The throw from Vuletic is not in time as he slides in safely. Count evens back up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball ripped into right field, and that's going to score a run. Cole Coker rounds the bag at third and is going to score standing up. As Hunter Dobbins has a pinch hit RBI single, scoring Cole Coker from second base. And the Bombers take an 8-5 lead here over the Generals. Now batting for the Bombers is number 24, Bryant Schellenbarger, who is 0 for 4 tonight. He's grounded into a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded into a fielder's choice, walked, reached on an error, and grounded out to second base in his 4 plate appearances. So first pitch to Schellenbarger is way inside, almost hits him, and that's going to go down as a wild pitch. As Hunter Dobbins moves up 90 feet to second base. 1 ball and no strikes to count. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball in there on the outside corner for strike 1. Count evens up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball runs away as Schellenbarger gets ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball fouled down the left field line as this count evens back up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Slider grounded to the second baseman, Justin Barr, who gets it on the backhand, makes a jump throw to first base in time as Bryant Schellenbarger is retired for the first out of the inning. With 1 out and a runner on third, the Bombers will send number 35, Chase Kemp, to the plate. Chase is 1 for 2 tonight. He grounded into a double play back in the first inning. Has been hit by a pitch twice and doubled in his last at-bat. As the Generals bring the infield in here, already trailing by 3 runs, can't afford to go down by much more. So the first pitch to Chase Kemp is in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball fouled into the Generals' dugout for strike number 2. As Engelman gets ahead of the hitter here, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball grounded to the first baseman Ryan Flores, but that one sneaks foul. As the count remains, no balls and 2 strikes here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider popped up on the infield. Reese Johnson says he's got it, and he does. As Jack Eagleman gets a big out, number 2 there. Bombers still have a runner on third, but now there are 2 outs for number 6, Jordan Yates.
Second baseman number 6, Jordan Yates.
Jordan is 0 for 3 tonight. He's walked, reached on an error, and struck out in his last 2 at-bats. As the Generals need a big third out here to keep the score where it is. Bombers just 90 feet away from scoring their 9th run of the ball game. As the first pitch from Engelman is swung on and missed for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball just misses off the inside corner for ball number 1. As the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Engelman. Slider ripped into center field. Should be plenty of room out there for Tanner Roach, who squeezes it for the 3rd out of the inning. Bombers push 1 across as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Generals down to their last 6 outs, trailing this one 8-5. Back out to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning for the Bombers. Number 28, Joe Buckendorf. He'll face the right fielder Cole Taylor, who's 1 for 3 in this ball game, with a ground out, a strikeout, and a 2 RBI single in his last at bat as the Generals look to get something going here. The first pitch from Buckendorf is fouled straight back for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses way up and in for ball 1. So the count evens up here, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one swung through for strike number 2 as Buckendorf gets ahead in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball hits him. A big break there for the Generals as Cole Taylor is hit by a pitch to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. As we've got a base runner here and nobody out. For number 9, Justin Barr, who pinch hit for Kyle Moose and had a bunt single in that pinch hit opportunity.
Not bad, number 9, Justin Barr.
As Buckendorf comes set and delivers an 0-0 pitch to Justin Barr. A fastball misses way up and in. So he rang the tower there. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball up and in again. 2 balls and no strikes now to number 9, Justin Barr. The 2-0 pitch is taken up and in for ball 3. As Joe Buckendorf has got a 3-0 count here to Justin Barr with nobody out and a runner on first base for the Generals. The 3-0 pitch. Another fastball way up for ball 4. And the Generals have 2 on and nobody out and send the tying run to the plate in the form of number 6, Reese Johnson. Reese is 1 for 3 tonight. Has singled and struck out twice in his 3 plate appearances. We'll see if the Generals can make Buckendorf get in the strike zone here, as they'd be happy to just take their free passes here. So first pitch to Johnson, bunted at, pulled back for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch to Reese Johnson. Johnson shows bunt again. Gets it down the third baseline. It's going to be a tough play for McElreath. The throw to first base is not in time as Reese Johnson beats it out. What a bunt and great hustle down the line by Reese Johnson, and the Generals are in business here. Bases loaded and nobody out for the catcher, number 16, Zach Vuletich. Zach's 0 for 3 tonight, looking for his first hit, and it'd be a big one. He's struck out, flown out, and grounded out in his 3 plate appearances thus far. Top of the order in the on-deck circle in the form of Tanner Roach. As we'll see what Zach can do here.
Catcher number 16, Zach Vuletich.
The first pitch to Vuletich is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Good speed all the way around the bases here for the Generals. So the 0-1 pitch to Vuletich is shown bunt, and he gets it down the first base line. Will it stay fair? No, it rolls foul. Vuletich is behind in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. looking to choke up and protect. Keep this at bat alive. We'll see if the bunt's still on here, or if Coach Oros is going to let him swing away. Looks like he's going to let him swing away here. And here's the 0-2 pitch from Buckendorf. Slider ripped into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Zach Vuletic comes through with the 2-out hit. They're going to send the runner from third, and he's going to be in there safely. And heads up base running by Reese Johnson. He's going to be in there safe at third. Clutch 2-strike hitting by Zach Vuletic has got the Generals within 1 run. Once down 7-0. Now only down a run. Score is 8-7. Still threatening here with runners on the corners. Nobody out for the leadoff man, number 44, Tanner Roach, who is 0 for 2 tonight, has struck out and lined out, as well as drawn 2 walks. Looks like Reese Johnson might have hurt his shoulder on that slide into third base. We hope he's okay down there. We'll see if he can stay in the ball game. What a job of 2-strike hitting there by Zach Vuletic. It looks like Reese Johnson's going to be okay and stay in the ball game.
Center fielder number 44, Tanner Roach.
Quick meeting here as Coach Oros brings over Tanner Roach and the 2 base runners as Jacob Padilla goes out for a conversation with Joe Buckendorf. This has become quite the ball game, folks. Didn't look like one early. As mentioned, the Bombers were leading this one 7-0 through 3 innings. The Generals have done nothing but claw their way back and are 90 feet away from tying this ball game up. The go-ahead run stands on first base. The pick to first. Bad throw. Good read by Reese Johnson as he slides in safely to home. A high pickoff throw, and Reese Johnson with a great read as it bounces off Chase Kemp's glove. And he slides in safely at home plate, and this ball game is tied. Tie ball game at 8 apiece. Zach Vuletic still stands on first base with nobody out as the top of the order's up here for the Generals. The first pitch to Tanner Roach is a fastball that misses up for ball 1. Want to know the count? The 1-0 pitch. Fastball ripped up the middle for a base hit. Zach Vuletic makes the big turn, falls down at second base, but gets back safely. As Tanner Roach gets his first hit of the ball game, with a line drive up the middle, as the Generals now have 2 on and nobody out for number 12, Jonathan Tapia, and what looks like an obvious bunting situation here for the Generals. We've got a meeting on the mound here for the Bombers as their manager trots out there, and we'll see if Joe Buckendorf's going to stay in this ball game or if he's going to give way to another Bombers reliever. They do have a righty warming up in the pen. Wow, what a game we got going on here. Jonathan Tapia stepping into the box. Zach Vuletich stands on second base. Tanner Roach on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. This ball game is now tied, as Jonathan Tapia is probably laying down a bunt here. As Tapia shows bunt early. As Buckendorf delivers and he pulls back and takes a fastball down the middle for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch as Jonathan Tapia shows bunt early again. And Buckendorf delivers a slider taken outside for ball 1. The count evens up here, 1 ball and 1 strike. This has been quite the thriller. Hopefully you guys were able to stay with us for this long. So it's already past the 10 o'clock hour. And this game started at 7:05 p.m. Central Time. As Buckendorf comes set to deliver a 1-1 pitch as Tapia shows bunt early again. A long pause there and the pick, whoa. Thankfully the second baseman was standing right there for the Bombers, or that one would have been into right center field and possibly another run for the Generals. Nevertheless, count still even here, 1 ball and 1 strike. As Jonathan Tapia steps into the box. As he shows bunt early again here. And the 1-1 pitch. A fastball bunted perfectly down the third baseline. The pitcher Buckendorf's going to field it. Makes a low throw to first, but a nice pick by Chase Kemp at first base. Gets the first out of the inning. A perfect sacrifice bunt by Jonathan Tapia brings up the man of the hour, number 43, Derek Cervantes, who is 2 for 3 tonight. Has a home run, a single, a walk, and a strikeout. Big situation here for Derek as the Bombers are bringing their infield in here. Got to be selective and find one you like, as they're probably going to pitch around him. As Buckendorf comes set and Cervantes calls time at the plate. The first pitch to Cervantes. A slider dribbled foul at the plate. No balls and a strike now to Derek. This is who you want up if you're a Generals fan. Derek Cervantes has been swinging a hot bat as of late. Shown the ability to hit with 2 strikes as well, as he's ready to see an 0-1 pitch here from Joe Buckendorf. The 0-1 pitch is on the way. It's another slider. This one misses away, and the count evens up. 1 ball and 1 strike. As this crowd that stayed with us is getting rowdy here. As they're ready to see something exciting happen. As Buckendorf comes set and is ready to deliver a 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses up, ball 2. A good take there by Derek. And he's ahead in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Buckendorf comes set and delivers a 2-1 pitch. A fastball misses away, ball 3. And Derek's in the driver's seat here. 3 balls and 1 strike. All season long, the Bombers have been the Generals' kryptonite, and they've got a chance to win it here in this one. Second and third, only 1 out. Derek Cervantes up. The 3-1 count here. as Joe Buckendorf delivers a 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball that stays up for ball 4. And Derek Cervantes stays patient and works a 1-out walk. As now it's going to be up to number 52, Ryan Flores, who's 0 for 4 tonight. But nobody's going to remember that 0 for 4 stat line if he gets a hit right here. Corners are playing in for the Bombers. Middle infield in double play position. As a deep fly ball should score Zach Vuletic from third base. The first pitch to Flores is a fastball. Misses up for ball 1. No, did he call that a strike? He called that strike 1. Wow. 0-1 the count to Ryan Flores as it looked like he made a good take there on a fastball up. 0-1 now to Flores. The 0-1 pitch. A slider just misses on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here. One and 1 to Flores. A big hole on the second base side. As Buckendorf delivers a fastball that misses up for ball 2. As he's ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nowhere to put Flores here. Bases full of Generals. And here comes the 2-1 pitch to Flores. Fastball misses up, ball 3. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now the count. As mentioned, nowhere to put him. 1 more ball and the Generals have climbed all the way back and taken the lead. It's got to be a fastball here. Got to be sitting fastball if you're Ryan Flores. As Buckendorf comes set and delivers a 3-1 pitch. Fastball inside, ball 4. No, they said he went. Are you serious? Coach Oros is letting him hear it here. Three balls and 2 strikes now the count to Ryan Flores on a questionable check swing attempt there that the home plate umpire said he went on. Joe Buckendorf catches a break there as that was ball 4. And the count's loaded here. And we'll see a payoff pitch as Buckendorf comes set. And delivers a payoff pitch. Fastball misses up, ball 4. Buckendorf walks in the go-ahead run. Zach Vuletic touches home plate and the Generals have a 9-8 lead here. A 4-run bottom of the 8th inning sees the Generals take their first lead of the ball game. Wow, what a game. And it looks like that's going to be it for Joe Buckendorf as the call to the pen, as the righty is going to be coming in for the Bombers. We will fill you in on his name and some more information when we get it. Generals take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning, now just 3 outs away from winning this ball game. One's down 7-0. Have scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, 1 run in the 7th, and now a 4 spot in the 8th to take their first lead of the ball game. What a game, what a game. It's not even close to over yet. On to pitch now for the Bombers is number 8, Zach DeLeon, who inherits the bases loaded, only 1 out, and will face Peyton Robertson once the warm-up pitches are complete. Generals are looking for some more insurance runs here as number 7, Peyton Robertson, steps to the plate, who is 1 for 3 tonight, has doubled, struck out twice, and walked in his 4 plate appearances. Zach DeLeon comes set and delivers the first pitch to Peyton Robertson, a fastball that misses down for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The Bombers' relief pitchers have had a seriously tough time throwing strikes, as we'll see if Zach DeLeon is any different. So the 1-0 pitch to Peyton Robertson. A fastball in there for strike number 1. So the count evens up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Generals now with 9 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors. The Bombers with 8 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. So we'll see what Peyton Robertson can do here with a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch, bunt is shown, and it's a perfect one down the third base line. The throw to first is not in time. They called him out at first. A perfect bunt by Peyton Robertson, and it looked like he beat it out, but a nice pick down there by Chase Kemp, and he's retired. Tanner Roach does score on the play for the Generals as they get a little bit of extra insurance runs here, leading this one by a score of 10-8 now. Heck of a bunt there by Peyton Robertson. A really nice play by the pitcher, Zach DeLeon. I didn't think he had a chance to get the speedy Peyton Robertson, but he threw a strike down to first base, and they're now 2 away. For number 13, Cole Taylor, who is 1 for 3 in the ball game. So the first pitch to Cole Taylor is a fastball, swung on and missed for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Cole has grounded out, struck out, singled, and was actually hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. As the Generals really look to break this one open here with a base hit. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses away for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball that stays up, ball 2. Cole Taylor's worked himself ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one misses away. Ball 3. As Cole Taylor actually led off this inning. So the Generals have batted around here in the bottom of the 8th. And he'll see a 3-1 pitch here. The 3-1 pitch. A slider, a nice one, in there for strike number 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cole Taylor. The payoff pitch. Another slider. This one stays away for ball 4. As Cole Taylor's on base for the 2nd time in the inning. You don't get to say that often. As number 9, Justin Barr will step to the plate. And this is also his 2nd at-bat of the inning. He walked earlier in the inning. And he'll look to drive in a couple runs here. The first pitch to Justin Barr is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 now the count. The 0-1 pitch. Slider, check swing down the first baseline, and that's going to be foul. As Justin Barr is behind in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if he can battle here with 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball jam shot. Chase Kemp is going to make that play in foul territory. The Generals push across 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, take a 10-8 lead as we head to the top of the 9th, just 3 outs away from defeating the Brazos Valley Bombers. On to close this one out in the top of the 9th inning is number 48, Zach Smith. He will face Sam McElreath to lead off the inning, who is 2 for 3 thus far in the ball game. First pitch to McElreath, it's a fastball that just misses down for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball swung on flare down the left field line, and that's going to find the grass for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. It's been quite the game here tonight. Generals have scored 9 of their 10 runs between the 6th and the 8th inning. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball, check swing, yes he did, strike 2. Zach Smith gets ahead in the count here, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sam McElreath. The 1-2 pitch from Zach Smith. A fastball grounded to the first baseman, Ryan Flores, who's going to take it himself on a big hop for out number 1. 1 down now in the top of the 9th as number 9, Tyler Cawley, steps to the plate. Tyler is 2 for 3 on the night. Walked in his first at-bat, followed by 2 singles and grounded into a double play in his last at-bat. The first pitch to Cawley is a fastball, swung on, ripped down the right field line. That one's going to be slicing foul and get out of play. 0-1 the count. As Zach Smith's ready to deliver an 0-1 pitch. Slider, check swing, yes he did, strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes the count. No balls and 2 strikes here to Tyler Cawley. As Zach Smith comes set and is ready to deliver an 0-2 pitch. Slider, a good block back there by Vuletic, a better take by Tyler Cawley, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Slider swung on and missed, strike 3. Zach Smith sits down Tyler Cawley, and the Generals are now just 1 out away from somehow finding a way to win this one. Now batting for the Bombers, their last hope, the beer batter, number 25, Jacob Padilla, who is 0 for 2 tonight, has been hit by a pitch, walked, struck out, and grounded into a fielder's choice. He's the Bombers' last hope here. The 0-0 pitch misses up for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball ripped to third base, and a diving play by Reese Johnson ends the game. Generals win by a final score of 10-8 over the Brazos Valley Bombers as they come from 7 down to win this one by a final score of 10-8. The Generals games in Baton Rouge have been canceled due to the tropical storm that is coming their way. Thoughts and prayers out to everyone in Baton Rouge, and we hope all of you stay safe. The Generals will be back in action on Monday night, where they will be playing in Texarkana against the Texarkana Twins. The Generals' next home game will be on Wednesday night, where they will host the Texarkana Twins in the first of a 2-game series. Thank you very much for sticking with us tonight and watching a Generals win. Until next time, don't forget, go Generals!